Well, as you can see, I'm suited and booted, and that can only mean one thing. It's the cup final. Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. Today it is that cup final against Tottenham, and then we've got Liverpool in the league as well. I've literally played straight on from last episode, so I'm recording this literally an hour and a half later after that episode. It's nearly 11:30 actually, so my housemate may get a bit annoyed at me if I'm starting shouting at this game. At the same time though, we're in a cup final, so, you know, he should be able to understand that this is much more important than him getting to sleep and things like that. So, since we were last here, we beat Tottenham in a precursor to today's game. We beat them in the league 2-0. I mean, it was a difficult game. Could have gone either way, to be fair. It was 1-0. They scored a goal. It was then said it was disallowed, and then we scored at the end of the pitch to make it 2-0. So, we were lucky with the result. It was a little bit closer than that with this. We were the side on top. We were the better side. We deserved the win, but it was a close game either way. We then played with two Manchesters, lost 1-0 to City in a game that was so even. It could have gone either way. And the same with Man United, actually. It could have gone either way. They were just much better at their chances than we were. We lost 2-0 to Man United, which was unfortunate. We then were woeful against Birmingham. They were the better side, should have won it. It was just our better quality managed to win us a game in the end with Angel Gomez scoring in the 85th minute, which does worry me for this upcoming game against Tottenham because, you know, we want to win, and clearly, if that's happening, we're nearly losing to Birmingham. It's not looking great for us in the final. Of course, if we win the final, it gives us a Europa League place, which is what we desperately want. So this, hopefully, is the side that's going to do it for us. Now, already you're going to see an issue here. Marseillaise picked up a suspension for 10 yellow cards and was suspended for 2 games. This is the second of those 2 games, so unfortunately, he's missing the cup final, which means Johnson has to play on the left and Jan Valery comes in on the right-hand side. Benteke and Patino start in the middle. I've chosen Patino over Kobayashi for today, purely because Kobayashi didn't play very well last game against Birmingham, so I thought Patino is probably the guy to bring in. Coyle, Jalapeno and Perrier start in the middle there, looking very decent. They're a nice little tight-knit group there. I'm happy with them. Pandolfi playing just as... In fact, we may play Pandolfi instead of Perrier. In fact, I think we will, because Perrier's looking tired, and Pandolfi did come third in Player of the Month in the Premier League, so we'll give him a chance today. Gomez and Akasic start on the wings, of course, and then Hammer Time, who is on 30 goals this season at the moment, is starting up front, and hopefully will score another hat-trick for us today. Before we go into the game, though, actually, I just do want to show you the little run we've had to get into this. We've been very lucky. We've been kind with the draw, but we've been very lucky. We beat Grimsby 3-0, easy peasy. Beat Liverpool 2-1 in extra time. You know, very lucky there to do that. They played a second-rate side, though, to be fair, so it was a good job they did, because otherwise we would have lost to the third round. We then played Stoke, very lucky to beat them on penalties. We then played West Brom, very lucky to beat them in extra time. We then played Brighton, did the business, winning 6-1 the first leg, and it was a good job we did, because we lost 2-1 in the second leg. So luckily we did the business in the first leg. And now, of course, Tottenham await us in the final. Right, kick-off is upon us. Tottenham in the white, we're in the black. Wembley Stadium is kicking, and hopefully we come up with a win today. Obviously, we beat Tottenham a few games ago, and that obviously gives us a bit of a psychological advantage over Tottenham. But of course, Tottenham are going to turn out for the big game. They're going to be on form. They're going to be on point. They're going to be on their A game today, obviously. And hopefully we are as well. That's what I'm expecting from the boys. I'm expecting big things. Hammer Time coming forward, chips the goalkeeper, and 4 minutes into the game puts us 1-0 up. Get in there. That is fantastic. An early lead is all we need. An early lead is fantastic. Hammer Time, 5 minutes into the game, scoring for us. Of course, last season we got this far. We got to the final last year. In a similar fashion, we were very lucky. Won a few penalty shootouts, won an extra time a few times, had a relatively easy draw the whole way through. So we've been lucky these past 2 seasons in the Carabao Cup. It's been a good run for us, and we're lucky to get here again. We've got a second chance of getting to Europe, and we are knocking on the door of Europe in the league. We're just sitting outside that top 7 places, right? I think we're 9th at the moment in the league. We're sitting just outside that top 7, which is kind of what you need for European football, of course. Whoever wins the FA Cup and League Cup get a place, but if the winner of the League Cup and FA Cup are in the top 5, then whoever comes 6th and 7th in the league gets those places in the Europa League. It's probably just a matter of time before we get there. The next 2-3 seasons, I reckon we'll be qualifying for it via the league. However, of course, if we can sneak in by the back door in the Cup today, that would be fantastic. And right now, we are doing that. Hammer Time with the breakthrough 5 minutes into the game. And as we approach half-time, we're still winning. The stats are pretty equal. Tottenham, you could argue, well, possession-wise, very much so on top. and actually in the last few minutes have got a few more shots on target than us. So we're slightly behind at half-time in terms of stats, but where it matters on the scoreline, we are ahead. I'm happy the points up there, keep it up right now. They look delighted with that. Hopefully that kind of momentum will keep them going, that kind of psychological advantage. We should be able to do this. Of course, we're lacking Marseillaise at left back. That's where we're weakest at the moment, I've got to say. However, if we can, it's hammer time. I thought he was about to get through and get a bit further. He didn't, though. I thought he was going to score another goal. Now, that goal was the only highlight of the game so far, of course. This is now a second highlight as Patino collects the ball, making it one of his first appearances for the club. It's a bit risky starting with the cup final when Kobayashi has been really strong for us this season, but he is better than Kobayashi, and I want to start playing him a little bit more. Benteke collects the ball, plays it to Coyle, and Coyle now has a chance to clear it to Jalapeno. Jalapeno back to Benteke, and Valerie now can just launch the ball up to Hammer Time. Pandolfi finally does that, and Hammer Time in behind the defence, shot just wide of the post though, and he can't make it 2-0. 2-0 would be delightful, obviously. 2-0 would be... I'd like to think we'd be home and dry at 2-0, but of course it's only 1-0 still after that shot was missed. And now a dangerous ball came from Tottenham, it was cleared away. Lacasic now on the ball as he clears it up to Hammer Time. We've got a chance to come forward. Hammer Time, get it out to Lacasic. Lacasic with space now to run. Lacasic in the area, cross it to Jalapeno. Jalapeno just wide. Oh, that was agonisingly close. If he just got it 2 or 3 inches to the right, it would have been 2-0, and really we would have been home and dry. Alright, another highlight now. Tottenham have just cleared the ball out of their area, but Lacasic has collected that loose ball. Jalapeno puts in Hammer Time, but he's just wide again. I swear to God, we're having all these chances in the second half. Second half is all us. We're having all of these chances. I can just feel Tottenham now scoring 2 goals in like the 90th minute as Jalapeno just puts it over the bar from distance. We're getting so close now. It's making me nervous that we're not scoring goals. 15 minutes to hold on. I don't want to make any substitutes because I feel like making a substitute will rock the boat too much. Tottenham have a chance now. Reynolds collects that ball very decisively. If number 13 got on the end of that ball from Macy, that could have been a draw at the moment. They could have equalised. The clearance from Reynolds wasn't the best, but we have collected the ball once again, retained possession as Hammer Time comes forward again, past his men, shot though straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, I can feel it coming. We're missing all these chances, and Tottenham are starting to come closer and closer and closer. I'm not making subs. I've decided I'm not going to do it. If anyone's coming off, it's Lacasic, and I just don't want to change the boat. I don't want to rock it or anything like that. 5 minutes to hold on, and then we're in Europe. Just get through his highlights quickly. Gomez can't get on the end of that ball. Patino collects it though, and Jalapeno. Just keep possession, play sensibly. Don't try anything risky. Hammer Time cuts past his men. His shot straight at the goalkeeper. I'm on edge. I'm on absolute edge right now. I've got the red tie on today for Lincoln, obviously, because we play in the red, and hopefully it's worked as Hammer Time's on the ball. There was a bad back pass, and now we've collected it still on the edge of the area. Jalapeno over the... I got too excited then. I mean, I'm not quite sure what happened. There's a minute left, and now Tottenham come forward. I told you it was going to happen. It's not happened. Hammer Time now coming forward. Hammer Time with plenty of time. He loses the ball. Oh, they've kicked it out. Right. This is it now. We're 92 minutes into the game. 92 minutes, 30 seconds. We've got 30 seconds. Just hold on. Hammer Time, don't you dare lose the ball. He's won a free kick. Get in. He's won that free kick. Take your time now. Take your time. Jalapeno, don't you dare take it yet. Hold on. Why are we taking it? You should have held on for another 10 seconds, Jalapeno. You had so much time to hold on for. Pandolfi, we've done it. We've done it. Oh, fantastic. We're in it. We've won the bloody League Cup. And what does that mean? We're in the Europa League next season. Get in. Oh, I've not got a trophy. I need a trophy. I wasn't thinking I need a trophy. I've not used this as a trophy yet in FM 17 it appeared, but this is a little tankard, or in the rowing world it's a pot. I won a race in rowing. I used to row, so this is the trophy that I won from rowing. Peterborough Regatta won that, and it's now the League Cup trophy basically. I mean I am absolutely over the moon with that. 1-0 win over Tottenham. Passionately to the boys, passionately. Your performance is proud of your performance. No one gives a chance. Well done. Peter Johnson doesn't really care. I mean, we've just won the bloody cup, and he's like, yeah, all right, we won it. I mean, everyone else absolutely delighted, gaining confidence. Peter Johnson, he's not bothered. We'll see how bothered you are when you drop from the squad, mate. There we go. Lincoln win the Caraboa Cup. Absolutely fantastic. Pivotal match was that win against Liverpool, apparently. We've won the cup, received £108,000 for winning that. It's ridiculously low prize money. I don't understand why there's not more prize money in it, but, you know, we'll take it. Hammer Time, obviously on form in that game, getting that goal early on. A lovely, beautiful chip over the goalkeeper to win that. And of course, we have qualified for the Euro Cup. I think it puts us in like a qualifying round. I think if you win the FA Cup, you go into the group stages. Carabao Cup, it's like a qualifying round. So we'll have a few qualifying rounds next season. But I cannot wait for next season now. I am so excited to get there. I really, really want to get there. Right. 2 days off before the Liverpool game. Obviously back to business there in the league. We'll look at the league table now because obviously I was too focused on the cup. And of course, let's get out of this tie and suit and stuff now. We don't need that. We're back to the Premier League. It's nothing special. Right, we're back now for the Liverpool game. The only change we're making is that Marseillaise comes back on the pitch after his suspension's over, and Johnson moves back to that right-hand side. If we look at the league table, then now they're at the league stages, of course. League table, right, where are we sitting? We're sitting currently in ninth, as you can see here, on 42 points. Tottenham and Chelsea overtook us once again after we lost games to United and Man City. We can still probably chase down a 6th place finish at best, I think. I think Man City and 5th are too far. Of course, Liverpool sitting pretty comfortably in 3rd, so we're probably not expected to win this game. However, Liverpool is the last game that we play the teams in the top 10. After this, of course, if we go back on this, I want all competitions again, please. After this Liverpool game, we're literally playing teams, apart from Chelsea in the FA Cup and in the league there, actually, and Southampton, who are sitting in 10th. All these teams are way below us, actually, in the league. West Ham actually sitting in 4th. So we've got 3 league games against teams in the top 10. All the other games are in the bottom half, and I reckon we could win a good 80% of these games. So I reckon that does give us a good chance of looking for like a 6th place finish, perhaps. Right, kick-off against Liverpool is upon us. Liverpool playing in the proper red. We're playing in like this white with a red outline. Not quite sure why, because I mean Liverpool can play in other colours than red, so surely they should just play in like black or whatever their away kit is, and then we just play in our normal red. I don't know why it's had to change like this, but an early highlight now, looking like it's coming towards Liverpool as Rodin gets the ball, puts it into Belotti, and Belotti's header just over the crossbar there. Liverpool already showing how dominant they can be in these games, and hopefully today we can roll on the momentum of the last game, winning in the cup final, of course. Hopefully we can use that momentum to our advantage and give Liverpool a good go today, and maybe just push them right to the edge, and maybe we can grab the winner right at the end of the game, perhaps. Free kick for us then on this right-hand side. Gomez puts it in onto the head of Lacasic, and Lacasic has put us 1-0 up against Liverpool already. I mean, I was thinking perhaps we'll get a goal later on, we'll take him to the wire. That was kind of my thinking. It'll be a long, drawn-out game, but no, 20 minutes in, we've gone and scored a goal. Perhaps it'll be like Tottenham then. We score a goal early on, fight for survival for the rest of the game, and go on and win it. I mean, a win against Liverpool would be absolutely huge. It would be fantastic for us to get the win. Winning today puts us ahead of Tottenham, although they have a game in hand on us, so they could easily go ahead of us once again. But it does put us 3 points behind Chelsea and Swansea if this continues. That 6th place isn't out of reach yet. The pre-season preview, actually, it puts us like 11th. I'm sure it puts 11th at the start of the season. They thought we'd come 11th. So, you know, to finish anywhere between like 6th and 9th, which is I think where we'll finish this season, as Rodin scores a lovely goal for Liverpool there. Really, really well worked individual goal there. As I was saying though, anywhere between 6th and 9th, which is where I think we'll finish the season. I mean, I think that's not too far. That's not far off from where we're sort of predicted to finish. You know, slightly ahead of where we're predicted, but 11th place is a good prediction for us. I don't know why I'm telling you the pre-season prediction now when we're way over halfway through the season. You don't need to know that, do you, really? But I thought it was a point worth making as I'm talking about where we could finish this season, as Gomez now with a chance to come forward. Gomez into hammer time. His shot was saved incredibly well there by the goalkeeper. I don't know how he got to it, to be fair. Hammer time was already running away in celebration, I reckon. Right, there's a highlight early on in this second half. Looks like it's going towards us, actually. Reynolds collected the cross, but now we've got a chance perhaps to come forward as actually Liverpool win the ball now, and Keita has a chance to come forward. J. Silva plays towards Belotti, but it's cleared away by Benteke. Now Jalapeno with a chance to come forward, but loses possession to Emre Can, and Emre Can now can try and build something back to Keita. Alexander-Arnold out in so much space, and it's cleared by our new defender. Hit the post. Liverpool getting closer and closer. Stat-wise, we've been slightly on top. Not possession, ignore possession, but other than that, we've been relatively on top, actually. So Liverpool grabbing a goal now could be going against the run of play, I reckon, but it can't really say that, can I? It's too even to call, really. They've got a chance though. They are the better side, and they're coming forward. They're going to show that they're the better side as Belotti puts it into Rodin, and Rodin cannot get himself onto the end of that ball. Masovic makes a decent interception there, last-ditch tackle to deny him. They've got a corner now, which has gone behind for a goal kick. We're staying in the game right now. We're surviving. I do think Liverpool will come on in the second half to be the stronger side. They've got another highlight again straight away. They've really started strongly in the second half. And Jones has put the dagger in our hearts and goes 2-1 up to Liverpool. Hammer Time has played woefully in this game, 6.2. So we're going to bring on Jesus Jimenez. Now, of course, he's the guy we brought in summer for just under £1 million from Benfica. Couldn't get a work permit, so he sent to Porto. Got his work permit there after playing some international football. So comes in and potentially makes the Holy Trinity. We've got Jesus, we've got an angel, and we've got Lacasic. So I guess that is a Holy Trinity when they do play together. Patino not played well at all, actually, as well in centre-back. So we'll bring Kobayashi on for the rest of this game. Hopefully it makes us a little bit more solid at the back. Hopefully those changes will be a decent one. I mean, I think Jesus can play well. He played against Birmingham. That was his debut, and he didn't play well there. So hopefully today he thrives under the pressure of a bigger game and delivers, scoring a goal or two. 2 goals would be nice, actually, wouldn't it? They've got another corner now. Liverpool is put into the air. They're absolutely dominating us in the second half. They've really done well, and they've hit the post again. That's the second time they've hit the woodwork today. They could have had a lot more goals, I think. We've not really made much use of our chances, I don't think. We'll make one more change because Jalapeno is looking tired, so we'll bring Perrier on for him. We'll swap him and Pandolfi around a little bit. We'll make that final change. I don't think it's going to change too much in this game, unfortunately. I'd love it to make a huge impact, but I think Liverpool are just too strong for us today, and don't think we're going to be able to grab an equaliser, let alone 2 goals for the win. As Rodin comes forward now, looking to punish us once again, puts his cross in onto the head of Jones, but Reynolds is there to make a fantastic save. He's been so good this season, Reynolds. I want to sign a better goalkeeper. He's only 2.5-star current ability, and we could sign some much better goalkeepers, but he's been in really good form this season. Apart from the game against Liverpool earlier on the season when he conceded 7, he has been really, really good. And there we go, full time. Lincoln 1, Liverpool 2. It was in the end, stat-wise, it was pretty equal, but Liverpool just made better use of their chances. You can see why they are around the top of the table. They're sitting 3rd at the moment. They could have moved up. I don't think they have moved up. I think they've stayed in 3rd. But you can see why they are so good sitting in 3rd. They're really looking for a championship title. They're not far off it, to be fair, and Arsenal actually aren't far off it either. If Man United slip up, Arsenal could take the lead. And West Ham United, out of nowhere, they've been there up around there all season, and actually they're staying there. So the episode finished a little bit on the sour note, losing 2-1, but we did, of course, win the bloody cup, which is fantastic. So next season we are going to be in the Europa League. Next episode then, I reckon we're going to play West Brom and Bournemouth in the league. We've got a decent run of fixtures coming up, and I think West Brom and Bournemouth will be a pick of those. And then, of course, after that will probably be the last game of the season against Norwich. So not much time left in the season. Hopefully we can get a good run going, and fingers crossed we finish as high as possible. 6th is still possible for us. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, of course you did, we won the bloody cup. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager action, and I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco.